leadership.
Right. The youth today are not going to listen to those that continue to mimic Pharaoh's rhetoric and his enchanters and those magicians that Pharaoh uses to all the black community. That's dead and over with, because the youth today are not going to listen to leadership like that. No, the youth today, they are born, like the book says, like this. You know, Jesus was speaking about, my sheep know my voice, a stranger they will not follow. And God is maneuvering the youth in a way today, because as you know, during the time of the children of Israel, he let the old ones die out in the wilderness, and he took the children. And this is what God is doing today among black people. He's taking the youth, the fearless, and the youth, they want to listen to fearless leadership that is not compromising and scratching where they don't itch.
Funny you
You're
say
just
that.
crazy, man.
It's funny you said
Man,
that, because
boy,
Keith,
I can almost give you a hug, man.
young man Keith,
mercy, man.
Keith wants to run for mayor. He wants to get the age changed from 30 to 25.
Yes.
I get it.
Right.
I mean, fearless.
Right.
You know, doesn't think that the older heads aren't listening to him. I get it.
Yes, sir.
Clearly. Should we change it? Should it be changed from 30 to 25? It's perception.
Yes, sir.
Did they want to change the guard or pass the guard to the next generation?
Right.
You know what I mean? It seems like you got to take it by any means necessary.
You know what? That brother just said it, man. He said it
Did he
best.
say it?
He said that they got to die off
Yes, sir.
because they in the way. They don't want to pass the torch.
Right.
They
Yes,
ain't
sir.
going to pass the torch.
Right.
So
And
guess
look at the
God, we
message.
just spoke about the wind and the bones and
Yes,
all
sir.
that stuff.
Yes,
and
sir.
God sending this stuff in, and he let the people walk around for, what was it, 40,
40,
80 years,
yeah,
whatever.
that's right,
And
40
then, boom,
years,
then
yeah.
the promised land was right over the corner.
Right, that's
But the
right.
thing, right over the hill. But the thing about it is, man, you said it best.
Yes, sir.
You know what?
They got to go,
listen,
man.
listen.
Let it go.
Yes, sir.
62 years old is retirement age for a reason.
Let it go, man.
If
Let
you
it go.
work past 62, man,
Hold on, but before you say that though, let's not make it no type of bones enough. I'm not saying throw away my elders or my seniors.
no.
Right.
'Cause a lot of
You
people
better
take
get
my
it right, because
stuff
they're going to get you.
the wrong way all
Right,
the time.
right,
So when
right.
I got this ain't the news journal, I can go back and clean it up. They had to throw my stuff out there and it look a certain way. Like,
Yes, sir.
but I'm not throwing away my elders because I sit down and rap with them all the time. That's where I glean from.
But they should. But at 62 years old, I mean, if you have it all at 62, good. If you don't have it all at
Right.
62, still retire and do
Right.
something different.
Right.
You know, because if you get in the game and want to keep working after 62, that's greed,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
You got to have some area where you can live the rest of your life. But we get caught up in not living within our means until they force you to live within your
Yes,
means.
sir. Yes, sir.
And then when you're forced to live within your means, then there's issues. You know what I mean? We got to make sure our seniors get health care.
But you
Right.
know what, too, though?
Yeah.
You
Free.
Know, as far as, you
Free.
know, even in that, though, Steve, man, you know, I'm going to say it like this. The black man has always been forced to live beyond his means and beyond his working years
Right.
and stuff like that. So now we have to start preparing. I don't want to give him a green pass or a green card on it, but it's like, you know, what do we inherit? We inherit debt.
Yes.
We inherit housing authority.
Right.
You know, somebody, I ain't gonna say their name, but living in the projects for 80 years, they never owned a brick.
Right.
They smashed it down over South Bridge, and they've been paying mortgage or rent for 80 years, and they never owned nothing. So it's a little different when you look in the black community, though, too. When you look at, you know, poverty and stuff like that. So sometimes they got to go past 60-something.
Yeah.
Because the black man's life has been catch up from the gate.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying, though. I'm not giving them no pass on that. I'm not giving them no pass.
Let me ask this. Do you have to own?
Well, really, you
I'm
never
not- I'm
really,
saying, I'm just
you never
asking. I
really-
don't-
You
do
never
you-
really own nothing, but when you have a sense of ownership, a sense of ownership, their pride sets in, you know, not foolish pride, but good pride. You know, you start taking pride within yourself, like we were saying, loving yourself. So, when you,
Right.
you never really own nothing, though.
Right.
You're
You
right,
can own
though.
that unity.
You can own
Right.
unity, yeah.
But right along with that, what I have learned as studying, Jewish people, because they're the wisest of their people, and they're the wisest of this world. They're the wisest of their Caucasian brethren. We were taught when they were in the hills and cave sides of Europe, those who sat closest to Moses were the Jews. And so they know the knowledge of God, plus they know trigonometry. And because they know the knowledge of God, they had ups on their Gentile brethren.
Sure.
And they became the wisest of the Caucasian people. But whenever you own, when you're no longer here, you pass down to your offspring. And this is how wealth is continues in that family whenever you own. And so the black man, even though it is much more difficult for black and Hispanics to get loans, because obviously the redlining, but we should own so that our children do not have to start over again.
I've just put it out
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And let me go somewhere else. I was going to go to the Final Call versus the News Journal.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if we have enough time. There might be another show. How much time we have left? We can keep it moving. Okay. Final Call.
Yes, sir.
Very good newspaper. I read articles in the Final Call. I read articles in the Delaware Online. They try to tax you too with Delaware Online. The Final Call, do they have a website somewhere where you can read that online too?
Yes, sir. You can go to finalcall.com.
Really?
It is the #1 black publication in America that deals with the aims and purposes of the black community, and it deals with what you and I do not see on CNN, ABC, NBC. It's not a newspaper that just deals with religion. There is a religious topic in there, but it deals with black concerns and black issues and black problems and the solutions to those problems. And it is a little book. Whenever you read the Final Call, it's a book that you're being presented with every week. And in there is truth that you do not get in the Journal, in the USA Today or whatnot, because it's slanted and skewed news. In fact, about it, the news and the news media has been bought and paid for, and we're not really looking at news. We're really looking, they're going by a script. And propaganda continue to deceive the people, black, brown, red, yellow, and white.
And I'm going to go to the HBCU for one moment. Historically black colleges and universities. That's what this is all about, education. We need kids to go to college. I would like to see kids go to college to help build the community. HBCUs are important in our community, and I just ask that you college alumni from historically black colleges and universities, come on out, support the program so that you could come on and have your own show. Support historically black colleges and universities. Del State is the only one here in Delaware. Let's support Delaware State. Let's support Tuskegee Institute.
That's right.
I need all of you, Hampton, Norfolk State, Morgan State. It's so many historically black colleges and universities. And we have so many alumni right here in Wilmington has yet to come out. And I asked of you because, first of all, the show's not free, but we want to promote. We want our kids to be able to get an opportunity. Some of them don't get an opportunity to go to PWIs. Although, if you do, great, but there's nothing like a historically black college university education.
Right.
I'm here to tell you,
Right.
and we have to really promote it. And I need you, I'm asking you to come out. We have like city council members that are from HBCUs. We have people all over the city of Wilmington that's from HBCUs. We have many people from historically black colleges, universities. I'm trying to bring the bands here. Can you imagine? Norfolk State Band, Hampton, Morgan State, Delaware State bands coming to perform at Banner Stadium in a HBCU band expo. Well, I've been talking to different colleges about this. So it was idea, and it just happened that they started talking about the artificial turf field, you know, because I've been talking. So I need you, HBCU folk, to come on out, get on the show, help me. I can't do this by myself. It's a reason why it's happening. Doesn't anything, listen, things don't happen by accident.
Yes, sir.
It's a reason why we are in the situation we are. If we don't learn something, that's wasted
Yes, sir.
knowledge.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I mean, you got to keep in mind, what's happening in the country, it wasn't by accident. Trump didn't win by accident.
No.
He won because he had the most votes. Mike Pacicki didn't win because he had 82% by accident. He had the most votes. We have to vote. We have to come together. We got to unify. I mean, I don't care if I don't like you, I still got to help you. If you don't like me, still help me.
Right.
It's not about me, it's about our city.
Right. That's right.
And once everybody gets a grip of us having the community's best interest at heart and not having our hands out and having our pockets filtered, then we can grow.
Right. Right.
And what you're saying too is I've been a major part of that too, man, of not coming together with other brothers that's doing the similar work that we're all doing in the community, you know, petty differences and stuff like that, you know, and I've really went hard on some brothers, even the mayor, you know, I apologized, went to his office and everything. Paper, propaganda, news journal was talking about that, was using me, stick a mic in front of my face. What do you think about the mayor, this and that? But I have been a big problem to my community also, even in helping, even with helping. So, you know, I just want to say on live TV, man, you know what I'm saying? I just want to, you know, try to work with brothers and sisters, you know, that we have had qualms and disagreements with, may have not seen eye to eye, because if I don't unify, and I'm talking about unity with brothers and sisters, like I was saying earlier in the show,
Yes.
and Josie pointed out good, I wasn't saying, you know, so much that I can't unify with people. I'm just, I'm a forefront type of person, you know, but I have to line myself up also, you know, and I don't want to be a problem with the problems that we see in the city with the big takeover and this and that, and here I am still being a problem unifying amongst my brothers. So I'm just saying on live TV, man, I just want to work with everybody that I can, and I apologize if I offended anyone, you know what I'm saying, but I'd rather offend you than offend God, you know, but I from my heart, I just want to work with folks, man. I just want to unify and get this thing solved, because I believe under the Donald Trump regime, I believe that it's going to force us to unify.
That's right.
So I know I have to put mine down, and I'm just hoping the other brothers and sisters will.
Right. The biggest room in the world, brother, is the room for improvement. That's for me, and that's for all of us. And one of the things that we have to do is that, as Brother McKeeb said, we're black, and we all catching hell. The cops is not stopping you and telling you, oh, because you a Christian, we're going to let you go, and because I'm a Muslim, I'm going to lock you up. No. That, you know, can't we get it? That, look, unfortunately, with the skin that we're in, and so let us unite and come together. And you know, when we are able to do that as a people, we'll be much more respected. They don't respect us because they can come into our community like they did at this election, pay people, and, you know, to get them to sell their own people out, you know, and that brings disrespect among the people and say, well, as they say, them niggas, excuse the French, but them niggas, they just want some money. They just want a hand. I look at them, and all I got to do is come between them and then give them $1 and then let him go and do the dirty deed. See, this has to stop, and it must stop, because I'm saying, Brother Steve, we in the time of God now, and he's not going to allow it. He has come. He has chosen us to be his people, but he will get up after our backside if we continue to do the old former, the slave thing, continuing to allow our former slave masters to have a win over us. That's going to stop.
We as a community, you know, and if I did anything, so I apologize to you, but we have, and because I need you. But we have got to really begin to love in spite of how you feel about me, in spite of how I feel about you. I gotta love you for what you do. How many of you out there can actually say, I love you to your enemy? It's hard, but we got to do it. We got to get past. We don't like what happened, but if it didn't kill us, it can only make us strong.
Right, yes, sir.
So we got to be strong as a community. We have to be strong as a nation. We got to be strong, brothers. We got to let's figure this thing out. Let's figure it out. We have to be honest. We have to be open. We have to respect one another. We have to appreciate the talents and skills and creativity that we have. You know, let's get up off the high horse and start supporting everyone.
That's right.
How are we going to do that? We got to do it. And you know, I want to take this show to the next level and make it the public a voice. You know, so I open it up to people to come on HBCU Delaware Talks, and let's talk about what we could do to build our community, to make our community stronger, better, and how we could grow in our community, and how our community could grow. Do you realize that whatever happens in Delaware will flutter throughout the country? We're the state that border the North and South, and we're the first state that sets the precedent. So whatever happens here can affect the country.
Go ahead.
So we got to do it. We unite here.
I thought we was going to be that example, man. I really did. Until I seen the way the winds was blowing as we spoke earlier. I really thought Delaware really had a chance to be the first state, you know, to really show and demonstrate that level of unity and success within our village, really.
Yes, sir.
But, of course, it went the other way. But
Okay, and it's that time. I'd like to thank you for allowing us to dialogue with you for this hour. I'd like to thank you two brothers for coming on. We're going to do this again. We're
Yes,
going to do
sir.
this
Thank
often and always until we get it.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to HBCU Delaware Talks. I love you. God bless you. God keep you.